like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street. Show me a team that fields a strong lineup season after season, and you'll dominate. That's the way it's been at Platte Valley Equipment for decades. Whatever your task, their John Deere lineup of equipment handles it with ease. From riding mowers, compact tractor packages, to farm equipment, they can't be beat. That goes for their low monthly payments, too. Visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com, proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament. Score big this month at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln and rule the terrain on a Segway Fugelman UT10X. Now is your chance to get into a side-by-side for only $12,000 out the door. That's right, just $12,000. And this bad boy stacks up to all the other name brands. Plus, you get Segway's signature smart commanding system featuring airlock, drive settings, safety alerts, and more. Hurry in now. Elway Power Sports only has 2 left at this blowout price. Swing by their new 27th and I-80 location or shop their inventory at elwaypslincoln.com.
If you have a fence, patio, or landscaping project to complete this spring, Sunbelt Rentals is here to help with augers and auger drives in various sizes, plus electric concrete mixers. For tree trimming projects, they have a great selection of chainsaws, pole saws, and hedge trimmers, along with a towable lift or ladder to get you where you need to be. Sunbelt Rentals has everything you need to make your spring projects easy. Sunbelt Rentals, online at sunbeltrentals.com.
This is a presentation of the 2024 State Basketball Tournament on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. State basketball broadcasts are presented by Union Bank and Trust, Southeast Community College, Platte Valley Equipment, Nebraska Hematology Oncology, Wingstop, Sand Hills Global, Roofing Service Company, High Electric, Eustis Body Shop, the Nebraska Army National Guard, Pizza Ranch, Members Owned Credit Union, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Sunbelt Rentals, Acres, Ep Concrete, Doane University, the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, and Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Now, calling all the action from Pinnacle Bank Arena, here's Nick Sainert and Jay Foreman.
That is right. We are back here. Pinnacle Bank Arena, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert with you. Jay Foreman will join me again momentarily as we are getting ready for Omaha Skutt Catholic and the Elkhorn Anthers here in Game 2 of the Class B quarterfinals. Game 4 of the day. All 4 of them have been really, really intriguing ones to watch as we're, once again, it's the 4 seed, the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, coming in with a 17-6 record against the number 5 seed, the 17-4 overall Elkhorn Antlers. Omaha Skutt, storyline for them is at 17-6. They've played multiple teams from outside of the state of Nebraska. They've played 3 teams from Iowa in Grandview Christian, Floyd Valley, Iowa, and Bishop Heelan, Iowa, and then also 1 team from Kansas in St. Thomas Aquinas. And so in 6 of those losses, 3 of them come from those teams outside of the state of Nebraska. Omaha Skutt Catholic, led by head coach once again by Kyle Juergens, and they've been to the state tournament 17 times in their school history, and they are the defending state champions. They've been to the state championship 2 straight years, 3 of the last 4 years. They were runner-up in 2022 while being state champions in 2020 and 2023. Then you have the Elkhorn Antlers, 17-4 on the season. Their 4 losses have come to Norris, Crete, Omaha Skutt Catholic by 3 points. We'll talk about that more in a moment. And Roncalli Catholic by 3 points as well, led by head coach Nick Thompson. Elkhorn has been into the state tournament 25 times, but still searching for that elusive state championship victory. With that, we bring in Jay Foreman with us. And Jay, when you look at this matchup between Skutt and Elkhorn, right, you have Brock Scholl, who averages over 20 points for Skutt, but then you have a 3-headed monster of somewhat 4-headed also if you want to throw in Luke Howard at 9.5 points per game, but then 3 bigger guys in all double figures per game.
Yeah, it's a different way to, I guess, skin a cat per se. And then also let's not forget about Cole Peterson for the Elkhorn Antlers. And so these are two teams that know each other. I know you mentioned Skutt Catholic playing a little bit of a I guess not normal schedule, right? Playing some teams from not only out of state, but out of their class too, right? Where you say they played Omaha Central, they played Pius. Obviously, that's a normal rivalry as we've talked about off air. But then you got Elkhorn who comes in as the 8th seed. When you look at their schedule, they've played a really tough schedule as well. They played Norris, beat Norris. They've lost to Norris. They played Boys Town. That is always a hard place to play. They beat them pretty handily.
Ashland Greenwood by 14.
Right. And the only really bad loss would be the Crete where they got, jumped on. But then Roncalli Catholic and Omaha Skutt Catholic, they went down to 3 points. And so if you think that Skutt Catholic is going to be able to just roll out here and roll over these Elkhorn Antlers, you will be mistaken because they're here to compete and they think and know in the back of their mind that they can win this game.
Once again, let's get you ready for starting lineups here. Omaha Skutt Catholic against the Elkhorn Antlers. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the 17-4 overall Elkhorn Antlers. Once again, led by head coach Nick Thompson. Been to the state tournament now 25 times. Let's talk about them. 5 starters here for the Antlers. Number 0, a 5'10 senior guard, Luke Howard. Number 1, a 6'2 senior guard, averaging 13 points per game, the leading scorer per game on average for the Elkhorn Antlers, Colin Comstock. Number 11, a 6'4 junior forward, averaging 10 points per game, Charlie Lamsky. Number 22, a 6'6 senior center, averaging 8.5 per game, it's Cole Peterson. And number 2, a 6'1 sophomore, Nixon Farmer. For the Omaha Skutt Catholic Skyhawks, 17-6 on the season, led by head coach Kyle Juergens. Let's talk about them as they'll send out there to begin. Number 3, a 6'3 junior, averaging 10 points a game, Kyle Cannon. Number 10, a 5'11 senior guard, Will O'Doherty. Number 12, a 6'1 junior guard, Dylan Van Dyke. Number 44, a 6'8 junior, Brock Scholl. And number 50, a 6'8 sophomore center, George Zeeble. Scholl leads the way with 20.2 points per contest.
Yeah, a vast and I guess, personnel where, this is where Skutt Catholic really wore people out last year, right, when they played against Platteview. The size, you had the Scholl brothers. The older one obviously went off to college to play, and they has a younger brother that's really taken a hold of this program and has continued the tradition where you got a little bit more speed and quickness there from the Elkhorn Antlers. And so, styles make fights, and then whoever comes out and plays the best and turnovers low, free throws as we've seen, and hit these, Nick, we always talk about free throws, right?
Yeah.
I think now it's going to be the bunny shots. Who makes the most of the close in shots, because those are almost like backbreakers, and I think it really changed because normally when teams were getting a penalty, it'd be the 1-and-1, but now it's 2 free throws. So it's not, I guess it's not as much P now, right? Because you always know that you have a second free throw. But when you miss those in close shots, especially when you're playing against a big, tall team like that, we saw it Crete, right? Against Platteview before, you got to make those. Platteview missed a ton, and then Crete made theirs. That's the difference in the game.
So we are getting ready to get underway here. Omaha Skutt will be wearing the white uniforms with Skyhawks across the chest, while Elkhorn, they're visiting black uniforms with antlers written across the chest in red type and red letters and numbers. All right, put 8 minutes on the clock. We are ready to go as Scholl and Peterson will jump things for us as the referee walks towards center court. We have 3 games left on the ticket. Jay and I will join you for this one and the one to follow at 6 p.m. as the Skyhawks win the tip, and then Josh Lill will have the nightcap for you between Scotts Bluff and Roncalli. So left side here for Skutt Catholic is Kyle Cannon. Kyle Cannon passing down right side to Van Dyke. Van Dyke on the top of the key on the left side of the lane now to Scholl. Scholl all the way out in the far corner on the perimeter. Here is number 3, Kyle Cannon in the lane, kicks it out. O'Doherty, and he stepped on the sideline out of bounds. It'll be Elkhorn basketball.
Yeah, O'Doherty, he didn't think that he stepped out there, but we talked about it yesterday, right? It's a different court. Knowing where you are on the court sometimes could be a little bit of adjustment for some teams. And let's see what Antlers do with the ball in their hand now.
So Elkhorn with the basketball for the first time today as they'll have handed off now number 2, Nixon Farmer with it. Down low, Peterson, layup in the lane is good, 2-0 Elkhorn.
Well, you know what they're going to try to do, establish their inside presence, and they're not going to be scared of the 2 6'8" giants there from Skutt Catholic.
So here is right side, Brock Scholl with it, top of the key to Kyle Cannon. Kyle Cannon looking around, gets a screen right now, pulls up a 3, and he drains it, 3-2 Skutt.
Yeah, Kyle Cannon played a unsung hero last year where you had the Scholl brothers, and what he did last year was really turn it up. This looks like a tournament and a game that he's going to really try to establish himself.
So now on the logo, here is Elkhorn. Colin Comstock passes it right side. Now Luke Howard with it. Howard dribbling towards the top of the key, cuts into the lane. Now Howard spins around, finds his teammate dribbling down the center of the lane off the glass. It falls for number 11, Charlie Lamsky.
Yeah, you talked about how they, Elkhorn plays, right? Equal opportunity basketball. First 2 possessions, 2 different scores. You're seeing it here in live in effect.
So here's top of the key as Scholl has it now in the far corner. Scholl looking around, passes top now to O'Doherty. Will passes it left side to Brock Scholl. Scholl will have it top of the key. He hands it off. Kyle Cannon. Cannon in the lane off the glass, way too strong. And the rebound goes into the hands of Elkhorn. Up the floor they go. Collins Comstock with it, steps back to Howard. Luke Howard, he traveled with it.
Yeah, Howard had been calling for the ball in his mind. It seemed about 5 minutes. Got a little overzealous. He was dancing a little bit before he started going. And nevertheless, good job by the Elkhorn Antlers to limiting this tall, lanky Skutt Catholic team to 1 shot only.
So 4-3 the score. Omaha Skutt with the basketball down by 1. 5:52 to play in the first quarter. Here's Scholl on the right side now to Van Dyke. Van Dyke dribbles to the top of the key, looking around, gets it down low to Scholl. Scholl in the post, going to work, uses the nudge of the defender, can't get the shot to go, and here comes Howard running the floor. Up the floor they go. Comstock lost it for a moment, gets it back, and the layup falls at 6-3.
Yeah, you see Elkhorn Antlers, what they're going to do is they're going to try to get the ball inside and be physical. We talked about bunny shots before the game. They're 3 for 3.
So now Scholl with it on the right side. Here is Kyle Cannon. Cannon back to Scholl in the short corner. Good find down underneath, but a foul is whistled on the layup attempt by George Zeeble, and Zeeble will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Skutt Catholic has been in this situation before, right? They're defending state champions. They know how to play. A lot of these kids probably grew up playing with each other ever since middle school. But nevertheless, they know showing up to the PBA today, they have their work cut out for them. So they got to get it going here offensively and move the ball a little bit. I think a little bit more the ball is dominant in Cannon's hands in Scholl, where you're going to have to start to get some of your complementary players some touches early because you don't want to go to them late, as we saw last night against Southeast, where you're not ready to play.
So 5:17 to go, first quarter. Second one on the way, no good as well. And so here comes Elkhorn. Top of the key, now right side. Here is Lamsky. Lamsky to Howard. Howard now to number 2, Nixon Farmer. Back to Howard. Howard drives right side, passes to Lamsky. Lamsky lost the basketball, but his teammate there to pick it up for him as Howard has the top of the key.
Nope.
A little bit of a high dribble there. Looked awkward. Floater in the lane. No good by Luke Howard, and the defense rebound cleared by Van Dyke.
Yeah, that offensive series there or offensive possession there for Luke Howard was a little bit discombobulated, but nevertheless had a decent shot. Just couldn't get it to land.
So here Kyle Cannon steps back. He has the only Skyhawks points to this part of the game as Scholl has it. He'll pop a 3 ball on the way. Just a little too strong. The rebound caroms out to Nixon Howard, who brings it across the timeline. Howard, cross-court pass. Howard now with it. 3 ball good.
Yeah, Luke Howard wanted it. And listen, he's feeling it tonight. He wanted the other on the wing over there for the 3. Transition 3, nothing but net.
It's 9-3, 4:07 to play. First quarter in the lane, left side. Shot blocked, rejected, offensive board, and the putback is good by George Zeeble.
Yeah, good block there initially by Peterson. Zeeble was a beneficiary of too good of a block shot, actually.
So 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Howard with it here. Now they'll hand it off Nixon Farmer, just running dribble handoffs around the perimeter. 3 ball, right side on the way. Short on the attempt by Comstock, and it goes out of bounds to Skutt Catholic.
Yeah, Elkhorn Antlers, that's normally not their game, but when you're feeling it like that, Comstock, he had a good pullback jumper, just a little bit short, right? But if I'm Elkhorn, I'm fully, comfortable with the way this game's going. It's a physical game. They are not obviously backing down from Skutt Catholic. They feel like they have control of the pace, which is so important when you play against a veteran team like Skutt Catholic.
3:27 to play in the first quarter. As Scholl has it, turnaround jumper, no good. Offensive board blocked from behind, and the rebound tracked down by number 45, Nathan Roberts, into the game. Roberts gets double team, kicks it out. Comstock dribbles behind the back, stops, now goes into the left side of the lane, and his shot's blocked.
Yeah.
And he's still talking to the referee saying, how is that not a foul? In the lane, kicks it out, now right side. Here's O'Doherty spinning around. Will finds number 14, Carter Wissink, out left side to Scholl. Scholl back to the top of the key, now right side. Here's Kyle Cannon with it. Cannon with it on the top of the key. 9-5, Antlers out in front of the Skyhawks. His left side here. Once again, it's Carter Wissink. Down low, Scholl bumps down the defender, but he gets the layup to go.
Yeah, what happened there is that they went for the steal, tried to play low side and tried to get the quick steal. Scholl, good job of keeping it high and tight, getting it up off of that backboard.
So here is Elkhorn on the right side. Finding Roberts, Nathan Roberts in the lane, down low, even farther down underneath the bucket. Missed shot on the first time around, second time it's good for Cole Peterson.
Good job, a high-low there with Roberts and Peterson. Peterson missed the bunny shot, got it right back, put it in.
2:07 to play. First quarter, 11-7, Antlers. Second time I've called them Antlers. Here's Antlers, Elkhorn out in front by 4. Right side, once again, inside now, center of the lane, turning around, looking for help, finds Kyle Cannon. Cannon pulls up, 3-ball, step back, and he drains it. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, as the kids like to say, Kyle Cannon has that dog in him, and he likes the bigger the game, the bigger he plays, and he's going to keep them in the game as much as possible.
So here is Nixon Farmer on the pick and roll to number 22, Cole Peterson. He picks up the charge as Kyle Cannon was the one who drew it.
Yeah, Kyle Cannon sold that one pretty good. I would even argue with you, Nick, was he even fully set? But nevertheless, it was a charge that he called. And the first foul on Peterson, I was a little worried it was the second one. But, for the Elkhorn Antlers and Coach Thompson over there, to be able to have Roberts in there as well, two guys that essentially look like replicas of each other, you're able to get Peterson a little bit of breather here with the last minute and 30 seconds in the first quarter. That's
just the second foul of the game, second team foul on Elkhorn here as well. 1:30 to go, first quarter. Left side here is Zeeble. Zeeble to Scholl. Scholl on the top of the key. He'll hand it off to Cannon to Scholl. Scholl in the lane. He's bumped and fouled, and Brock Scholl will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, a little bit. What happens when Cannon hits those 2 threes, you got to hedge him a little bit harder. Good hard roll by Scholl there, and a good honest foul there by, I think, number 11, Charlie Lamsky. All body, tried to jump straight up vertical and wall him up, but nevertheless a blocking foul on the shot.
So Scholl at the line to shoot 2, first one on the way, and it's no good off front rim.
Nick, one thing, with Scholl, with a dominant player like that coming in and averaging 20 points and almost, 8 rebounds, is, he plays on the wing a lot, right? And if I was, Coach Juergens, I would probably want to do a little bit. Let's try to get him involved inside first before we let you hang out there on the wing, especially with Peterson out of the game.
So now Scholl misses both free throws. Here's Elkhorn with 1:12 to play in the first quarter. Antlers up by 1, 11-10. Down low, here's number 11 rather. That's Lamsky. Charlie Lamsky.
Yep.
And he gets the layup to fall, 13-10 Antlers.
Little backside wheel action there. Lamsky was able to catch it when the defender from Skutt Catholic fell down.
Zeeble in the lane. His shot blocked by Nathan Roberts. It goes out of bounds. It stays with Skutt Catholic.
Yeah, Zeeble is a guy, he's a guy that's, the new starter this year, right? Replacing the older Scholl. And so it's been a learning experience for him this year. He's 6'8", young guy, starting to mature. He just got to figure out how to finish around the rim a little bit better, and he'll be just like the rest of Skutt Catholic big guys.
Cannon goes straight into Roberts, and Roberts denies it again. So now up the floor we go with Elkhorn as Lamsky learned his lesson, or learned his teammates' lesson, I should say, stopped before he could have drawn the charge, and he gets the layup to fall. It's 15-10.
Nick, as I'm watching Elkhorn, play, the discipline they have in the secondary fast break to either, get it off the backboard and make layups has been actually a breath of fresh air, at least for myself. I can't speak for you.
Yeah, you're right. As Cannon's pass now intercepted by Elkhorn, And with 14 seconds left, Elkhorn will wait for the final shot. Fast-moving first quarter once again. A lot of fast-moving quarters over the last two games as Howard drives, his shots blocked. And now Scholl lost the basketball up the floor to Van Dyke at the horn, unable to connect. And at the end of the first quarter, your score, the Elkhorn Antlers 15 and Omaha Skutt 10 here in the Class B quarterfinal matchup. From PBA, this is 93.7 The Ticket.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Welcome back into Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman with you. 15-10. Elkhorn out in front by 5 over Skutt Catholic here.
Yeah.
Fast-moving first quarter. We only saw 3 total fouls in that one. All 3 of them were charged to the Elkhorn Antlers.
Yeah, look, this is going to be a competitive game. They played to a barn burner earlier in the season, and now they got a fight on their hand. If you're Omaha Skutt Catholic, a little bit of defensive alignment different. Went to a little bit of half-court trap, confused the Elkhorn Antlers there.
Yeah, so now a pass. Once again, though, they do Elkhorn a favor, and they can't hang on to a Skutt pass as it goes out of bounds to the Antlers. So 2 turnovers here in the first 17 seconds of game time in quarter number 2.
You know, you got Scholl there. He's trying to get Zebo going there. And you know one thing, Nick, when you have about 10 days off before when you qualify for the state tournament, the pace of you can practice it, one way, but the pace of the game is a lot faster.
Yeah, top of the key now near the logo. Here is Nathan Roberts, who's been really good in relief as Nixon Farmer with it left side. Here is number 20, Gus Schultz for the first time. Jumper off the glass and it falls for Gus.
It must be this hoop down there. Yeah. We've seen 3 bank shots in the last 2 games. Good shot there by the Elkhorn offensive player. So
Gus Schultz gets his first 2 points on the day. 17-10, Elkhorn leads Skutt. As near the logo, here is Will O'Doherty. So now Van Dyke. Van Dyke, left side of the lane. Can't hit the layup. Rebound corralled by Zeeble. Zeeble looking for help. And now his pass taken away as he was trying to get it back to O'Doherty. In the lane, we have a foul on the floor as Comstock was pushed by number 10, Will O'Doherty, by Skutt Catholic.
Yeah, Coach Jurgens is obviously showing really good patience there with Zebo. He did a really good job of getting the offensive rebound. Actually wanted to kick it out, but that's just the inexperience. Just about a second too late. Elkhorn shot the lane, got the turnover.
So here on the inbound, it's Nathan Roberts going right at Brock Scholl, who has a piece of tissue or paper up his left nostril, some blood on his left shoulder of his jersey as well that they were wiping up during the last timeouts at the end of the first quarter. As Comstock lost the basketball, O'Doherty hits the deck, and we're going to have a timeout by Kyle Jurgens. Really nice play defensively by Omaha Skutt, and with 6:33 to go in the second, we'll step aside as well. Be back in 30 seconds on 93.7 The Ticket.
If you have a fence, patio, or landscaping project to complete this spring, Sunbelt Rentals is here to help with augers and auger drives in various sizes, plus electric concrete mixers. For tree trimming projects, they have a great selection of chainsaws, pole saws, and hedge trimmers, along with a towable lift or ladder to get you where you need to be. Sunbelt Rentals has everything you need to make your spring projects easy. Sunbelt Rentals, online at sunbeltrentals.com.
All right, Nick Sainert, Jay Foreman back with you. 6:33 to go in the second quarter, as we'll have obviously the conclusion of this game, but then 2 more games left on our 93.7 The Ticket docket today. Norris and Bennington, that'll tip off around 6 p.m., and then Scotts Bluff and Omaha Roncalli around 7:45 p.m. And so Josh will have the call for the nightcap, while Jay and I will take you through that 6 p.m. game. So it looks like they need to wipe the ball off.
No, there's some blood on the
some
floor.
blood. Yes, there you go. So Brock Scholl dripping some blood from that left nostril as they're going to come out and disinfect that.
Yeah. I mean, but, Nick, when you talk about that last play by O'Doherty there, is that's a culture play, right?
Yeah.
Where you're talking about getting on the floor, and that's usually one of the drills that you start the season off with, right? Throw the ball out there and you go dive on it. Doing that this late in the season lets you know that's just how they are every single day. That's how they practice. And, Skutt Catholic is down 7 points here to a really good Elkhorn team here. And when you think about defending champions and coming back to the state tournament, you expect the record to be kind of like Crete, 25-0. They're 17-6, so they can be beat. And then we have Elkhorn, they're 17-4, and then probably a couple games were canceled because of the 2 weeks of bad snow both in Omaha and Lincoln. So the ability to play against each other and knowing that you played them tight earlier in the year is really bode well for the Elkhorn Antlers early in this game.
So they finally got all the drops of blood picked up and wiped up from the hardwood, as there was quite a bit of it. As Zeeble is able to get the left-hand layup, it's good.
Yeah.
17-12 Antlers.
Good back cut there by Zeeble. It was Shaw who set a back screen for him. Good feed in there by number 3. Kyle Cannon.
So now here is in the lane, Cole Peterson, right-handed layup with the foul. It's good. And Peterson's going line to shoot one.
Yeah, Coach Jurgens thought that was going to be called a travel. Could have probably went either way, but you know what? Cole Peterson got Zeeble up in the air, right? And then he got into him and was able to step through it. So it kind of just allowed you to kind of almost travel. Now look, you see what it's like when you're a young player playing in these big games, right? You make a great play there, you get 2 points, come down, get overzealous, want to block it, foul, and now you just gave up a 3-point play.
So here comes Skutt Catholic on the right side. Antlers lead 20-12. As here's Kyle Cannon. Cannon in the lane, off the glass, too strong. Rebound tipped and controlled by Zeeble. Zeeble with it, looking around, spinning in the lane, gets it out to Cannon. Cannon now to Van Dyke, down low, Scholl. Scholl going to work against the smaller defender, outside to Van Dyke. Van Dyke, floater on the way, off the glass, too strong, and the rebound is tipped into the hands of Luke Howard, who passes up the floor to Farmer. Now to Howard once again. Howard at the top of the key, dribbling right side into the corner now to Nathan Roberts. Layup in the lane, no good by Roberts, and the rebound controlled by Zeeble.
Yeah, I think Roberts got fooled. He didn't realize that he was not used to the lane being that wide open, but nevertheless, a little pin down screen there with the two bigs. And this is an interesting alignment here or adjustment here by Coach Thompson to offset the size of Skutt Catholic.
As on the initial missed shot, Zeeble is able to get the rebound offensively and put it back up. It's now 20-14 with 4:45 to go in the second quarter. Quick missed shot by Elkhorn, and Kyle Jurgens is pleading his guys to push the pace as they feel like they might have Elkhorn on their heels.
Yeah, Elkhorn looks a little winded right now, but nevertheless, yes, I know Coach Jurgens wants to push the pace, but 2 easy shots that Elkhorn's had. They're kicking themselves right now because they could have this lead extended past 6 points.
So here's Van Dyke. Van Dyke working on Luke Howard in the lane. Left-hand layup blocked by Cole Peterson, and it goes out of bounds to Skutt Catholic, rather.
Yeah, clean block right there, and it was a good defense there by Nixon Farmer. Let him into the trees, and then obviously you get him in there to a good player like that, Cole Peterson. He's going to block it almost every time.
So 20-14 is your score. 4:27 to play in the second quarter. Van Dyke inbounds. He gets it now back, top of the key, into number 30 for Omaha Skutt, Gideon Linderman. 3-ball Kyle Cannon, and he's 3 for 3.
Yeah, 3 for 3. Bigger the game, the bigger he plays, man. I'm telling you, he gives them energy, defensive prowess, but also shot-making ability from deep.
So now Luke Howard with the basketball across the timeline. He goes, passes it top of the key to Nixon Farmer. Now here is Comstock. Comstock into the corner. Lamsky passes right side. Howard traveled with it, and Howard is pointing to his left foot saying, I kept it.
Yeah, he kind of shuffled beforehand. If you had replay in high school, it actually wasn't a travel, but it looks like a travel. But, you can't minimize the defensive intensity and energy that this Skutt Catholic team, quite frankly, needs right now, and is led by Kyle Cannon with 3 deep threes in timely fashion as well.
So 20-17, Skutt has made it a 3-point differential. Scholl has it now left side to Cannon. Cannon now pass back to Linderman. Linderman on the left side of the lane, spins, looking for help, finds his teammate down the center of the lane. His shot's blocked, and we have a foul on Lamsky for Elkhorn on the attempt by Carter Wissink.
Ooh, little touch foul there on that shot. Looked like a clean block, but nevertheless, Skutt Catholic is pretty happy. You got 3 threes by Cannon throughout this first half, and then you got a couple paint touches there. Now you're at the free throw line. Wisnick is in the free throw line trying to knock into this deficit by Elkhorn. Do we have more blood on the floor?
Yeah, it looks like we do. So Brock Scholl is bleeding bad. They're going to have to say you got to get out and get that figured out.
Yeah, you're going to.
The referee is touching the blood on his jersey. It's dry.
Yeah, he's got it all over the back of his jersey trying to stay in the game. Sometimes, Nick, when you got your blood pumping, those bloody noses are a little tricky. So it's a physical game. These are two teams that know each other. Played against each other, competitive game, and the ref is going over to talk to Coach Juergens. He's going to probably say, hey, listen, you either got to find him. Sometimes, Nick, you have to bring extra jerseys in situations like this, and he's just going to have to change jersey and wear a different number.
Yeah.
Or they're going to have to go and essentially wipe with the blood stains off of his jersey. So it's going to be an interesting little caveat to this game, and so you better get the equipment manager another jersey ready just in case the nosebleed doesn't stop later in the game as well. So he's probably warning them about possibly what it could happen or what could happen later in the game if there's blood spots everywhere, because you can't continue to stop the game to clean up the floor.
And so here at the line, it's going to be number 14, Carter Wissink, a 6'1 sophomore. He only averages 3 a game. First one on the way is perfect for Carter.
Yeah, good job by him. You got bailed out there by the call, but if whether it's luck or you earn it, you got to go to the free throw line and make it happen.
So here is the second one for Wissink. Second one on the way. It's also good. 20-19. It's back to just a 1-point ball game. Elkhorn with the lead by 1. As Howard will bring it across the timeline. Howard with it to number 22, Cole Peterson. Peterson passes right side to Lamsky. Lamsky on the far side gives it to Comstock. Comstock now to Cole Peterson down on the left block, working against Scholl. Turnaround jumper, good.
Cole Peterson was who they went to at the start of the game, and he looks like somebody they're going to go to if they're going to try to stop a run and get the momentum back on your side.
So Linderman to O'Doherty. Now left side, it's number 14, Carter Wissink. Right side now, O'Doherty in the lane. Now right side to Linderman, down to Wissink. Wissink on the block, passes out to Cannon. Cannon wanting to get it down to Brock Scholl, who's got position on Lamsky. Now they do. As Lamsky falls down, layup in the lane, no good by Scholl. Put back, no good. His third try, he's up with it, and he can't get it to fall. Another offensive rebound, but now his pocket's picked by Luke Howard. Running the floor, Luke Howard walks into the defender, layup too strong,
Nick,
but foul goes on O'Doherty.
We talked about earlier, with Crete, and there, as one team with more energy, one team, that needs to pick it up. Right now, it's safe to say, correct me if I'm wrong, Elkhorn is bringing the energy and the physicalness to Skutt Catholic, and they have not reacted very well. And I was about to ask you, it's an interesting, personnel move here where Coach Thompson from Elkhorn has the smaller Lamsky, which he's not small, 6'4", guarding the bigger and more established Scholl. But you saw it right there where Lamsky was able to get underneath him, move him off the block, be sturdy, contest the shot, and it also affected his second and third shot. Then they were able to get it, steal it, get in a fast break. Howard's at the line right now.
Yep. Second one on the way is no good as well. So Howard goes 0 for 2 at the free throw line. It's still 22-19. Skutt down by 3. As left side, here's Linderman. Linderman looking around, gives it to the top two. Now Kyle Cannon. Cannon takes the screen left, now denies it, passes right side to Van Dyke. Van Dyke tries to get on baseline against Luke Howard, able to do so. Layup in the lane is good.
Yeah.
A nice take on the baseline by Van Dyke.
Yeah, Van Dyke faked it like he was going to kick it out to nobody. Casper to go. So he went right back up. The whole defense shifted. A little crafty move there by Van Dyke.
So here is Luke Howard. 2:02 to play in the second quarter. Top of the key, it's Lamsky. Lamsky now dribbles to his left. Now back to the right side of the lane. Shot fake in the lane with the foul, and Lamsky's going to the line to shoot one more.
The step through by Lamsky, he's an established offensive player, but took on more of a defensive role maybe for like the last 6 or 7 minutes. Had a mismatch there. The step through, finish with the left hand, the off hand is pretty good move there by the young man from Elkhorn.
And I think they're going to make Scholl come out of this game here because the referee just had a conversation with him again.
Yeah, Scholl's asking him and said he's not bleeding. There's blood everywhere. It's not funny because you know what? It's the pressure, anxiety, and you can't control when your nose stops bleeding. We've all had nosebleeds. You're like, man, it's been bleeding. Seems like every minute seems like 10 minutes. But ultimately, they're going to either have to get the bleeding to stop, get the jersey cleaned, and that's what he's doing, sending them in there to get him.
Send a guy in there to switch.
Yeah, they're going to switch jerseys. And you know what, Nick? Sometimes this happens during football games, and where you get it kind of like a paper cut or something, and they're everywhere. It make you go in there, whether it's your jersey or your pants. You got to change it. So if I'm Elkhorn, if I'm the Elkhorn Antlers now, you got your best player out, your 20.7 rebound guy in the locker room. This is the time with 4 fouls on Elkhorn, right, or on Skutt Catholic to your 1. I'm going downhill, but just like Superman, he went and changed, right? He's back.
So now offensive rebound off the missed free throw, and it works out better for Elkhorn.
And so is Cole Peterson.
Yep, and Kyle Juergens says, I want to talk things over. As with 1:49 to go in the second quarter, Elkhorn holds a 26-21 lead over Omaha Skutt Catholic. Let's take a 30-second timeout and come right back on 93.7 The Ticket.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design, take a computer course, learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
Jay Foreman back with you, 26-21 the score. Elkhorn out in front by 5. We're going to have a conversation with the coaches on whatever's going on over there. They both kind of shrug it off, saying we're good. So number 34 now is Brock Scholl.
Yeah, just letting them know the jersey change. Look, got a little intense there, Nick. Undershirt and where you need to change it.
Got to go back to the locker room.
Yeah.
So on the right side, now Van Dyke, top of the key, Kyle Cannon. 1:39 to play in the second quarter. Cannon with it on the right side, now left side to Linderman. Linderman still standing near the timeline, steps up to the perimeter, picks up his dribble into the corner. Scholl for 3, and he hits it. Brock Scholl is able to hit a 3 with wearing number 34.
Yeah, maybe it's the jersey change that got him going. And when Skutt Catholic needed a big basket, their best player came up with a big 3 right there.
Yep. So 2-point ball game, 26-24. Elkhorn leads by a pair as now Comstock has it right side to Luke Howard. Howard takes one dribble, passes top of the key. Down low, Lamsky. Lamsky working on Zeeble. Up and under, layup, no good. And the rebound goes to Zeeble, who passes it off to Cannon. Cannon will bring it across the timeline, left to right now. Pulls up for 3, and he's unable to hit his 4th, but an offensive rebound out to Scholl for 3. That one's in and out. The putback is good by Zeeble.
Yeah, Zeeble's going to get credit for those 2 points and the offensive rebound putback, but it actually was Howard who was going for the rebound. Ricocheted off his hands. 2 points for Skutt Catholic.
30 seconds to go in the second quarter. We're all tied up at 26. Top of the key now, Lamsky. Lamsky fakes the handoff to Howard. Dribbles right side. Lamsky spinning around, looking for help. Finds Howard. Now out to Howard. He'll try to answer. He's fouled from 3 by Kyle Cannon.
Yeah, too hard of a closeout there by Cannon. Hey, Nick, a little bit of a scoreboard. Oh, no, actually, they were up by 5. Excuse me, I stand corrected. But sometimes when you want to close out and what coaches call run them off the three-point line, you have to run them off the three-point line and veer. Now, what we've seen in this state tournament is that we saw it in the Omaha Central game against North where you have some players that will kick their feet out, right, where Jerrion Williams got the call when he clearly kicked his feet out right there. I think Howard went in his bag a little bit and drew the foul.
Second one on the way is also good for Howard. One more coming for Luke Howard. 2 subs come in, but before the third and final free throw. We'll have a timeout by Elkhorn with 20 seconds on the game clock. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and be right back.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament.
20 seconds on the game clock, 28-26. Elkhorn leads in the second quarter here as Luke Howard will be at the line for one more free throw after he got fouled from the left wing behind the perimeter. And so one more free throw coming up for Elkhorn to try to be up by 3 in the final seconds of the first half.
Yeah, Nick, if you're Skutt Catholic, whether they make the last free throws to put them up by 3 or 2, who do you think they go to, Cannon or Scholl?
It's got to be Scholl.
Yeah, I think he's starting to heat up a little bit, and I think they get farther with him versus
And now the third free throw is no good, but it goes off the hand of Brock Scholl, so it stays with Elkhorn.
I will tell you what, man, the Elkhorn Antlers, their quickness and strength is giving Omaha Skutt Catholic bigs problems. When you talk about defensive rebound off of free throws, with one 6'6" guy and the other 6'4", they're getting pushed around often by this Antlers front line.
So here is Elkhorn as number 2 with it, Nixon Farmer, 13 on the game clock. Farmer on the left side. Farmer, left side, spinning around, 6 on the game clock. Comstock now with it, contested 3, and he drains it.
Well, the little double pump 3 on Van Dyke. You know, to be honest with you, for Comstock, he did a really good job of drawing contact. That easily could have been a 4-point play there, Nick. And I like what about Comstock there. He tried to draw the foul, didn't get it, but he still was concentrating and shooting it in motion. The momentum is definitely in Elkhorn's locker room right now.
It is the halftime. Omaha Skutt trails Elkhorn at the break, 31-26 here in the Class B quarterfinal matchup here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Come see the exciting career opportunities in the world of large ag. Acres, your Nebraska John Deere dealer, is hosting a career fair during our 2024 Ag and Turf Expo. Learn about career opportunities in service, sales, parts, and precision ag, as well as other roles in Acres business support team. Join us at the Sandhills Global Event Center March 6th and 7th or Fauner Park March 21st and 22nd. Go to acres.com/expo24 for details.
High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
You
had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Here you go. Coffee's on me and my new BFF. I thought I was your best friend forever. BFF like best financial friend at Members Own Credit Union. Right now, they're offering $100 when you consolidate or transfer a loan or an existing credit card balance and meet requirements. Plus, you get great rates and free advice from a financial partner that will put you first.
That sounds like a match made in heaven.
Members Own Credit Union is the type of bestie you can count on. Get started today at memberzonecu.org/BFF. Limitations may apply. Equal housing opportunity.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You had to know that when Wingstop set out to make a crispy, juicy chicken sandwich, they wouldn't make it in just one flavor. They'd make it in all 12, like lemon pepper, mango habanero, hickory smoked barbecue, and OG hot. So why have one new favorite chicken sandwich when you can have 12? Try the new sauced and tossed Wingstop chicken sandwich today for only $5.49 at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Valid for a limited time and available at participating Wingstop locations only while supplies last. Price subject to applicable taxes and fees.
As the chief buffet officer here at Pizza Ranch, I get all kinds of buffet questions. Here's one from Cole.
Is there a real cactus in your cactus bread?
Great question, Cole. No, there is no cactus in our cactus bread, just sweet cinnamony streusel. It's on our buffet every day, along with pizza, chicken, ice cream, and all your other favorites. Even better, at least for your parents, kids eat free on Tuesday nights. And don't worry, Cole, there's no coal in our coleslaw either.
Pizza Ranch, everyone's favorite buffet.
When it comes to joining the Nebraska Army National Guard, you've heard it all before. College, healthcare, signing bonus. But joining is so much more than that. It's setting yourself up for a new and better chapter of your life. I'm Staff Sergeant Paul White, and because of the Nebraska Army National Guard, I'm in control of my career. And when the workday ends, I get to come home to my family. Write your next chapter by joining the Nebraska Army National Guard. For more information, schedule a meeting with me, Staff Sergeant Paul White at nationalguard.com.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design. Take a computer course. Learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing. SCC, your path to possible.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It is halftime here at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Your halftime score, Elkhorn 31, Omaha Skutt 26. This is the Next Ag Appraisal and Realty halftime show. Visit their locations in Lincoln and Pender, Nebraska. Once again, 31-26 Elkhorn at the half. All right, Jay, if you're Skutt, right? Brock Scholl, your leading scorer, over 20 points, struggled to get going, but he kind of caught fire a little bit there at the end of the first half. Your entire offense, it really has only been Cannon, or Scholl. Where do you go? Which way do you turn?
Well, Cannon came out on fire, and he came out with some intensity, so I'm going to see if he still has it. I'm trying to run a little bit more two-man games with those two, but I'm moving them around. I think one of the things that we've seen in this tournament where you have a really dominant scorer or scorers, when you have them in the same spot, they're easy to find. And so I think with Scholl, the high-low game works with him, but I think the high-low game will work better with him and Cannon. Then you need Van Dyke. You need that third scorer to go, get going. Because when you look at Elkhorn, they have two guys with 5, one with 8, one with 11. So, everybody's, getting busy. And the only person that hasn't scored is Nixon Farmer, and he's 11-point on average score, on the year. And so he's going to eventually get going. If I'm Skutt Catholic, I got to start getting some outside shooting going, but I think they've had a little bit too much of Scholl. And what I mean by that is it's kind of throw it to Scholl, let him kill the basketball, kill the air. Pound the ball, and then he's been shooting some difficult shots. Now, the size, speed, and strength and athleticism of Elkhorn has, in the physicality, more importantly, has really shocked Omaha Skutt Catholic. So, they played just 4 or 5 games ago. So, it's the same team. Essentially, what I mean by that is not that they played earlier in the year and then, you're kind of just feeling out who you are. Look, when you have Cole Peterson, who's 6'6", and started the game off scoring inside, got a couple putbacks on offensive rebounds, and then you had Roberts being able to come off the bench to give him a blow. But also, Coach Thompson did something kind of sneaky, right? Not sneaky, but a little adjustment, right? Where he had both of them playing at the same time. But guess what he did, Nick? He had them on the corner on opposite sides. What did that do? That opened up the lane for Howard, Comstock, Farmer, and Lansky to try to get in there and create mismatches. And that's how they're able to get or go into the locker room with a 5-point lead, along with the last-second 3 there by Comstock.
All right, let's take a break.
Comstock,
we'll be back in 60 seconds with the start of the third quarter. 31-26 your score. Elkhorn with a 5-point lead here at PBA.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Nebraska Corn Board is expanding access to higher blends of ethanol across the United States, including in California. The Nebraska Corn Board is partnered with Pearson Fuels, who is the largest and fastest growing distributor of E85 in the state of California. In 2023, California sold 120 million gallons of E85, an increase of 55% since 2021. The Nebraska Corn Board, enhancing demand, adding value, ensuring sustainability.
Nick Sainer, Jay Foreman back with you. Start of the third quarter here at PBA. Elkhorn leads by 5, 31-26 over Omaha Skutt Catholic. As 5 starters out there for Omaha Skutt are the same that started the first quarter. Cannon, O'Doherty, Van Dyke, Scholl, and Zeebill. But Van Dyke, Scholl is wearing number 34 instead of 44. So sideline inbound here for Skutt Catholic as they trail 5 by 5 going into the third quarter. Here's O'Doherty. Now right side Van Dyke. Van Dyke with it, dribbles to the top of the key. Left down low on the block. It's Zeeble. Zeeble going up strong with it. Layup is good. It's 31-28.
Yeah, got it in there. Try to get the young sophomore going early and often. Good move by Coach Juergens. Try to get the sophomore going because he struggled a little up and down first half. Got off the mark there with 2 points.
So on the left side, here's Comstock. Comstock on the top of the key. Left side now it's Howard. Howard down low on the block to Cole Peterson. Peterson working on Scholl, dumps it down low. Lamsky layup is good. Peterson could have shot that one up himself. He had some good position.
It's team basketball. You ask how they, got here. It's equal opportunity basketball. One thing I will say though, said it early. Elkhorn finishes probably the best we've seen around the rim in both girls and boys state tournament.
So now top of the key, Will O'Doherty in the lane, floater good.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need somebody else besides Scholl or Cannon to get going, and whether it's going to be Van Dyke or O'Doherty, that you got to get one of them going in the second half to try to win this game.
On the left side, Lamsky with it on the far side on the corner. Now to Farmer. Nixon Farmer with it. He dribbles left side going up against Zeeble. Layup is no good. He went reverse layup. It was going to be good that he did because if he would have went from the left side, it was going to be stuffed by Zeeble.
Yeah, that's a good job, man, by Nixon Farmer, right? He hadn't scored all game, and so what's the easiest way to get some points on the board? Get to the free throw line. But I like it because he came off a little bit of a wheel action, right? Read the defense on the move, and he read the defender, which was Zeeble, got into his body and caused a shooting foul. Now he's at the free throw line. I guess it's the Jay Foreman jinx again. He missed the first one. I'll say from here on out, I'll just say the young man did a good job getting to the free throw line.
There you go. There you go. Nixon Farmer. I think that alleviates you from any potential.
There he goes. I didn't say anything.
There
he
you
made
go.
it.
How about that?
Yeah. I apologize to his family and friends. And
you got a lot more people to apologize than just Nixon Farmer because you've been doing that over the last week and a half.
I hope they don't come down and get me.
Hey. That's a PVA special there.
Yeah.
It's right side now to Kyle Cannon. Cannon driving right side lane. A shot. Just escaped the fingertips of Cole Peterson. It's in.
With the high kiss off the backboard. Cannon showing your whole game right there.
Now on the right side, Comstock will fade away off front iron, no good. Scholl gets the rebound for a moment, but gets it ripped away from him by Peterson. Finds Farmer for three, can't connect. Peterson with another offensive board. And here's Lamsky on the right block. Stops, kicks it out Comstock. 6:04 to play, 34-32 Elkhorn.
We got Scholl over here bleeding. I mean, the referee
they don't even see it.
Yeah,
Scholl is bleeding horribly from his nose.
Yeah, he looks
He's got blood running down his upper lip. As Scholl, it's now dripping from him. As in the lane, Howard is Scholl. It's blood just rushing across the nose. 9 on the shot clock. Farmer at the line. Left side, Comstock. Somebody's got to stop it here. As now on left side, it's Lamsky. Lamsky in the lane, and it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah,
so now if you're Brock Scholl, you got to get out of here.
If I'm Coach Thompson for Elkhorn, I'm saying that he has to be out of the game. I mean, I would have pointed out during. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. While we had possession,
you wouldn't have been able to stop it mid-possession.
Yeah, and kind of get a free timeout.
Right? But you wouldn't have been able to done that. But now you can definitely have a conversation because this is a thing that spanned the entire game,
right? And
even through halftime.
Yeah, yes. And so it's gamesmanship, but then it's also part of the game. You can't be on there because it's affecting the way we can play basketball.
So now here is Cannon across the timeline right side. O'Doherty pops the three from the right side off back iron, too strong, and Lamsky collects the miss.
One thing I want to point out, Nick, is the physicality, athletic ability, and toughness of this Elkhorn basketball team. And it's not just because Scholl's nose is bleeding. I'm just talking about the strength that you see these guys playing. Look at them. They're all well-built. They're sturdy. They know exactly what they're doing. They're athletic, and they're giving them a lot of problems here.
So now Cole Peterson's pocket is picked by Cannon. In the lane, here's Van Dyke as a shot is blocked, rejected, as it will be out of bounds. Last touch by Luke Howard of Elkhorn as he tried to get the loose ball, and when he touched it, he was on the baseline.
I will tell you, Van Dyke was going full speed. I thought Colin Comstock did a really good job of beating him down court, setting himself up to possibly draw the charge. Coach Thompson is upset, but Cole Peterson did a good job of having his buddies back Gangster slapped that out of bounds.
Yep, here we go. Top of the key. Here's Linderman. Hands it off. Cannon. Nice close out there by Nathan Roberts. Now right side Linderman. He drives, pushes off, and that's an offensive foul on Omaha Skutt.
That was set up by Comstock before, but, I will tell you the Elkhorn fan base back there is a little upset because of the extended elbow with a little bit of viciousness there, Nick. Sometimes I got to box you out when you're doing too much. Yeah. But nevertheless, a good defensive stop there by the Elkhorn Antlers.
So here comes Elkhorn, 4:44 to play in the third quarter. 34-32, Elkhorn leads by a pair. As here is Lamsky. Lamsky in the lane, takes the bump. No, I didn't think that was going to sit on the rim and fall, but it did, as it's 36-32 off the shot by Lamsky.
Yeah, we've seen Scholl about to check back in. We're going to, really.
He's got two cotton swabs up his nose.
This is like
one in each nostril.
This is like a trainer in a boxing match where you got to, the cut man. But again, there could be something that can linger the whole game.
So now on the left wing, here is O'Dirty. O'Dirty driving right side floater on the way. It falls. Nice shot.
Yeah, shot it with confidence. We saw him at times last year in the state championship run step up and make some plays along with Cannon. So he's not afraid to shoot the ball in the big time.
So now Comstock with it, crossing over, splits the double team, almost lost the basketball. Lamsky gets it back, and we'll have a defensive foul on Linderman.
Yeah, Linderman was way too aggressive. You could have got him when he first, when Comstock first got it, and then he got him the second time. The swipe and the egregious, body foul, Linderman needs to understand, yes, you're trying to turn up your defensive intensity, right? But sometimes you can't be reckless and draw a senseless foul because they wasn't in a scoring position to hurt you from the defense standpoint.
So baseline inbound here for Elkhorn. 3:53 to go, third quarter. Top of the key, Luke Howard now with it, left side Comstock. Comstock picks up his dribble, passes back to Howard. 3:47 to play, third. As Howard backing down, steps back, three ball left side, drains it.
Whoa. I think Skutt Catholic probably thought that was a little bit of a carry, but he didn't. Little pause right there. Step back three there for Howard.
In the lane, O'Dirty, floater, good.
You need an answer. You can't go 3 for 3, but you need score for score. Good job there by O'Dirty.
So now Howard gets it stripped. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Skutt Catholic, so it stays with Elkhorn.
Good job by Luke Howard getting it off the defensive backboard or actually the inbounds, pushing it right down there, trying to draw a foul or score at the hoop. But even better job by Cannon of quick hands and knocking it out of bounds.
So 39-36, 3:23 to go in the third quarter. Baseline inbound, they get it in underneath the bucket. It's Lamsky, tough shot. He's fouled, and that one's going to go on Kyle Cannon as he raises his right arm saying, that's mine.
Yeah, he'll take that, but Linderman fouled him as well. He got caught slipping right there, so they ran a little bit of a rub inbounds play, and Lamsky was the initial screener. Then the screener rolled, pinned Linderman. Cannon had to come over there and help his friend out there with the foul.
So 39-36 the score, 3:20 to go. Lamsky at the line. First one is good.
Yeah, I mean, Elkhorn South or Elkhorn North. I don't want to, there's Elkhorn South.
Elkhorn North.
Yeah, it's Elkhorn North and Elkhorn South. Disrespect. Now, Elkhorn, they've done a good job of answering any type of run that Skutt Catholic has put upon them up until this point, either by getting a 2 or to the free throw line. Lamsky knocks down both of them.
So now here comes Skutt Catholic. As they have it right side, it's O'Dirty in the lane. Gets a flying Elkhorn defender, and it'll be a foul on Elkhorn.
Yeah, I like it. I like how O'Dirty has come out of halftime really trying to assert himself, right? He sees there's a time because you know that you expect Scholl and Cannon to do their thing. But he knew he had to step up. He did it last year in the state championship run. He's not afraid to do it right now. And so they need more of these complimentary players from Skutt Catholic to be more effective.
So here's the inbound. It's Van Dyke. Van Dyke has the basketball near the timeline. Cross-court pass to O'Dirty. He has it right side now. Kyle Cannon with it. 3:02 to play third quarter. 41-36 Elkhorn with a 5-point lead over Skutt Catholic. Kick out corner three on the way. O'Dirty can't connect. Offensive board. Scholl, he can't get the layup to go. And Linderman is going to be fouled by number 23, Audric Bermel of Elkhorn.
Yeah, really good job by Linderman getting in there, boxing out the Elkhorn defender there to get the offensive rebound and another chance to knock into this deficit. Elkhorn feels really, really good about the way they've been defending Scholl. He's a little bit out of sorts a little bit. Let's see if he can get on track.
So now here's Scholl going into Lamsky, unable to finish.
Yeah.
And Scholl having a frustrating day.
Yeah, the physicality I keep talking about of Lamsky and Peterson and Roberts, and the length as well, and the discipline. is really giving Scholl some problems today.
On the right side, it's Lamsky into the corner, or near side, extended side. Now top of the key near the logo. Left side, Bermel. Now to Lamsky in the far corner. Lamsky bounce passes inside Farmer. Backdoor cut. Bermel couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, Bermel
and it goes out of bounds.
Really good job there by Nixon Farmer. He could have almost shot that on the back cut, but they have a play there. You know, when you cut from the top of the key, you got to be ready for a good bounce pass. Maybe a little bit too much velocity on it, but Bermel would tell you he needs to make that play. And also Coach Thompson would say, you know what, I'm okay with that. You know, if there's ever a good silver lining on a mishap, I like my complimentary players trying to get into the game.
So here we are as it's the 41-36 layup in the lane by Cannon, unable to get it to go, and a nice defensive rebound there by Nathan Roberts. Pass up the floor, Bermel trying to make up for it, can't hit the layup, and it'll go out of bounds to Elkhorn.
Yeah, Bermel, he probably should have went right off of there, off of 2 feet up into the defender, possibly drawing the shooting foul, tried to go up and under the hoop, increased the difficulty percentage probably by 300%.
So Bermel, Jay Foreman, licensed mathematician, is on the left side. Here's Nathan Roberts in the lane spinning, getting guarded by Zeeble. 3-ball Bermel, and he drains it.
Well, Bermel said, listen, I'm going to have 2 mistakes, but you know what? I'm going to make it up with 1 deep 3, top of the key, in your eye. Elkhorn Antlers are getting busy right now.
44-36, Skutt, the defending champions, on the ropes here. 1:35 to play in the third. As O'Doherty has it, top of the key, Cannon with it, looking for help, guarded by Bermel. He'll deny the screen left, give it to Scholl on a little pick, and was going to be a pop. Now Scholl gets fouled in the lane, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
But you know what? If I'm Coach Thompson, he's over there cheering, and if I'm Elkhorn, I'm okay with it, right? Lamps, you got a little overzealous on Scholl on the pump fake, but I really like Nathan Roberts coming over there and providing body help. Why, Nick? You're not giving Scholl any confidence of seeing the ball go through the hoop. Yep. Everything that you get, you have to earn. Make every foul count within reason.
First one for Scholl, no good. Just struggling.
And they always pay off. Body blow after body blow after body. We've seen it in football, right? Fit 3rd and 1, get a couple first downs. You always want to make your fouls count, man. You're depositing physicality and all that stuff for a later time.
Second one on the way. That one's good for Scholl. So it's 44-37 now.
No full court pressure here.
As that one thrown in directly in front of us. Jay, I thought you bounced back a little bit. You got a little nervous. Now Bermel.
Over here. I'm like Kobe Bryant.
Right side. Here is Comstock. Comstock, top of the key, looking around, passes left side to Farmer. Nixon Farmer cross-court pass to Nathan Roberts, down low to Lamsky. Lamsky pass deflected, safe from going out of bounds. I thought it was, but it was not, as Nixon Farmer stepped on the sideline.
Farmer is mad at himself right there. He knew he should have let that go off the tip, but he thought he could make it. But again, stepped out of bounds. Why, Nick? This is unfamiliar territory, right? If he was up at Elkhorn in their home gym, I'm sure that wouldn't happen.
44-37, your score, 56 seconds and counting on the game clock here in the third quarter. Here's top of the key to Scholl. Scholl has it on the right side. Now far corner. This is Kyle Cannon with it. Driving baseline. Cannon makes his defender fall down in the lane. Scholl layup. It sat on the front rim and it falls. It's 44-39.
Look, if you're Scholl and you're Omaha Skutt Catholic, you just want anything to go in. And it was a good job by him by cutting to the basket. Now you got Nixon Farmer.
And it was out of bounds on Nixon Farmer.
Error. If I'm Coach Thompson, I gotta get Nixon Farmer out of there. He's melting down a little bit, and he's too good of a player to do this. Probably frustrated because he only has 1 point on the day, and obviously he's been used to scoring. But Coach Thompson has a ton of confidence in his guard here. He just got to get his head on straight. Couple little mishaps. It happens to everybody.
Yep. Get to the end of the quarter here. 26 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is dark. Here is Omaha Skutt trails 44-39 as O'Doherty has it on the right side near the logo. Almost got his pocket picked, and we're going to have a foul. That's just a really crappy foul to have whistled if you're Comstock of Elkhorn.
Yeah, Comstock, I mean, when I was talking about make every foul count, he looked like he was going to go try for the steal, had second thoughts, tried to pull it back, but got called for it nevertheless. And that was only 2 on him. So Coach Thompson wants to, get him out, let him sit down, Comstock, because he's one of their best offensive threats. And you're going to let Nixon Farmer go here. So they got to play some situational defense here.
So here, top near the logo, 8 on the game clock. Linderman, top of the key, right side, Cannon, 3-ball on the way. And he's hit his 4th trifecta. Up the floor, Roberts, 3-quarter court heave. It's not close. And at the end of the third quarter, it's 44-42. We have to step aside for 60 seconds and start the fourth quarter when we return on 93.7 The Ticket.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Nick Sander, Jay Foreman with you. Start of the fourth quarter. As good news from Husker women's basketball earlier today in the Big Ten Women's Basketball Conference Tournament. Nebraska wins over Purdue. They get a big win.
What was the score there, Nick?
64-59. Excuse me.
Yeah.
64-56. Thank you, Austin. As Luke Howard has it for Elkhorn on the right side, near side,
Down
down
there,
low.
partner?
Hey, it's just a lot of talking that happened. So
Yeah.
here we go as a missed layup on the left side. And now Cannon is down on the floor. He's slow to get up.
Yeah.
I don't know if he caught an elbow or what happened. He's slow to get up as he's just hunched over.
Yeah, looks like I got the wind knocked out
and
of him
his
a little
stomach.
bit.
He's holding his stomach.
Yeah, Cannon's not happy, and but nevertheless, it was a good offensive series or a good offensive motion there by Elkhorn Antlers. Dumped it into Lamsky, but Zeeble came over and blocked it and recovered it off the defensive glass there. Skutt Catholic is looking to close the gap or tie the game or take the lead on a three.
So 44-42 the
You all right
score.
there, Nick?
7:40. I've received text.
I
I've
know you
received
did.
text. So it's
Yeah.
44-42.
That's what you get.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. Yes.
I still love you, though.
I appreciate that, Jay. Love you too, Foreman. As left side, here's Linderman, top of the key. In the lane, right-handed layup, no good. Offensive board, Zeeble.
We got a player
and now
down.
we have another injury.
Yeah, it's getting a little testy out here.
Man, there's a lot of things
Yeah,
happening
a
in
little
today's
testy,
game.
out there where Cole Peterson got elbowed in the back of the head by a Skutt Catholic player. It was we'll not comment on how he got down there.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and step aside here. We'll stand by as Cole Peterson gets looked at on the floor underneath the basket. We'll be right back on the ticket.
Score big this month at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln and rule the terrain on a Segway Fugelman UT10X. Now is your chance to get into a side-by-side for only $12,000 out the door. That's right, just $12,000. And this bad boy stacks up to all the other name brands. Plus, you get Segway's signature smart commanding system featuring airlock, drive settings, safety alerts, and more. Hurry in now. Elway Power Sports only has 2 left at this blowout price. Swing by their new 27th and I-80 location or shop their inventory at elwaypslincoln.com.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Trainer Jay Foreman back with you. 44-44, we're all tied up here in the Class B quarterfinal. This has been a game of a lot of things happening.
Yes, man. This is This will go down in the infamy of Skutt Catholic here. I've been to a lot of games and I haven't been to a European soccer game, but this is what the fan activity in the stands is right there with it.
Now Howard down low, Lamsky layup, it falls, and Lamsky will have his opportunity at a 2nd and 1.
I will
here
tell
in
you
just a moment.
This Antler team is tough, and I keep saying it, Nick, and the people always say, listen, I'll take over here so you can recover there, buddy. Is that this Elkhorn Antler team around the rim? We've seen it when we did this girls state championship games last week, and we've seen obviously through all the classes, D2, D1, we'll see B tonight, but through A, ton of bunnies missed. This Antler team is finishing at a high rate around the rim there, buddy. So my old pal Nick.
There you go.
I love it. I love having one up on you there. I'm gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off.
7:01 to play, fourth quarter. 47-44, Elkhorn with the 3-point lead. As on the right side, it's Kyle Cannon. Cannon into the corner. Scholl with it. Scholl on the far side, guarded by Lamsky. Leading with that right arm. Fades away. Free throw line jumper just a little strong. And the smallest guy on the floor, Luke Howard.
Scholl got away with a big push off there. And ref didn't see it. You got to look at something for Coach Tom. Good move.
Howard in the lane.
Howard finishing.
And it's going to be good as Howard able to get the left-handed layup to go. It's 49-44. Elkhorn has answered
Luke
and punched
Howard
right back.
Listed at 5'10". That is a lie. He is 5'8". He went in there strong, though.
Here's Van Dyke out top. O'Dirty wanted to shoot the 3 from the logo. That's Keisei Tominaga range, my man.
Oh, Nixon Farmer's turning it up, cranking up the intensity to the 15th power.
Kyle Cannon with it. Steps back, 3 ball. It rims around and out. Offensive board, Zeeble in the lane. Kicks it. Intercepted by number 1, Comstock. Comstock in the transition offense. Looking around for help and finds Nixon Farmer to Rogers. Rogers in the lane. Kicks it back out. Comstock. 5:50 to go on the game clock, and we have a timeout charged to the Elkhorn Antlers. It is a full timeout.
Coach Thompson's probably trying to get the status of Cole Peterson, but then also get a little bit of fluidity in this offense there. Listen, I will tell you this about Zeeble. This is the second time he's done a really good job of offensive rebound. But what he does is, this is a young player. Don't pound the rock. Don't kill your dribble. You kill your dribble, then everybody can shoot the gaps. Comstock has got him not once, but twice.
49
sly cat there, Nick.
49,
you know what I'm saying there, buddy?
I do.
My buddy, old pal. I got to emphasize the B with my man, Nick.
49-44, your score. 5:50 to play in the fourth quarter. All right, Jay.
Yes, we're back on.
We're back on target.
Yeah, okay.
We're back on. We're good. So
we'll make sure we'll be on our best behavior.
So you have next game, Norris and Bennington, right? 2-seed Norris, 7-seed Bennington. That's going to be a tough one for Norris, even though they are a 2-seed at 22-2.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, Bennington is just we've seen the maturation of their football program.
Yeah.
It's their whole school athletic department in the Bennington area. It started to come on the uptick, and their basketball team is right there with it. They started playing better basketball late in the season. When it's Class B, even though Norris has had a really good year, 22-2, Bennington will not be an easy out. They're a big, physical, tough team. Now, Norris has a lot of young players, but they have a lot of state tournament experiences. We saw them in the tournament last year.
So out of the Elkhorn timeout, it'll be Elkhorn basketball sideline inbound as Cole Peterson still on the bench. He's tying his left shoe currently as we speak. That was the part he was looking at. Is Van Dyke steals it, and we'll have a foul, and he gets the and one to go as Nixon Farmer fouled him.
Yeah, Van Dyke has been a 9-point scorer all year. Been waiting for him to get busy a little bit. He's got the bleach blonde hair there, so he's trying to go out with a bang here in the senior year. And that was it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. That's the first 2 points for him all game. He's kind of been focusing on the defensive end. He's been giving Nixon Farmer some fits. He's able to get a little bit of get back there on the offensive end.
So 5:46 to play, fourth quarter. Van Dyke at the free throw line. PBA just got quiet for a moment there, and now it's good on the free throw, 49-47. Linderman comes in for Omaha Skutt Catholic, so the 5 out there for head coach Kyle Juergens will be Kyle Cannon. It'll be also Will O'Doherty, Zeeble, Linderman and Scholl down low.
There's that
Lansky,
man.
left-hand layup, too
Missed it.
strong, and Scholl gets the defensive rebound, still with those two cotton swabs in each nostril.
Yeah, Nick, sometimes Lamsky, you get a little bit too cute, try to finish with the left hand. Yes, you're supposed to do it, but ultimately you just want to finish with your strong hand, which would have been his right.
So now near the logo, here's O'Dirty, right side, Ziebler to Scholl. Scholl left side now, Kyle Cannon. Cannon's hit 4 trifectas today. Cannon at the free throw line, stops, throws it out right side. O'Dirty thought about the three,
Good
shot
job.
fake,
Driving
dribbles
kick.
in to Cannon. He pass fakes, 3-ball on the way, front iron, no good. That would have given Skutt the lead. Offensive board, Ziebel, who bounces it once and throws it out O'Dirty's way. O'Dirty, now he on the right wing, spin move at the elbow in the lane, layup, no good, too short. Rebound tipped out. Scholl gets it back to Ziebel. Underneath the bucket, puts up a contested shot with the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, Ziebel coming alive here in the offensive rebound. Learned from a couple costly mistakes where Comstock baited him into a turnover. A little bit of uptick there for Omaha Skutt Catholic in their energy and physicalness to get 3 offensive rebounds. Now you got Ziebel, who's actually been pretty effective underneath the hoop. He's got 14 points and probably close to 10 rebounds. That bodes well because Scholl has been a little slow today. But I was going to say for Elkhorn, which probably affected them on the defensive rebound, a little bit of personnel and defense assignment, right? Where you had Roberts guarding Cannon, who's Roberts is 6'6" versus Cannon, who's 6'2", didn't help them on the offensive or defensive rebound there.
Ziebel unable to hit the free throw, so we're all knotted up. 4:40 to play, fourth quarter. 49-49 your score as Comstock has it right side now. Luke Howard standing near the logo on the right side of it, dribbles to the extended wing, now on the right wing to Lamsky. Lamsky in the corner, working on Ziebel. Lamsky, a much smaller guy than Ziebel, but has held his own down low pretty well. And Cole Peterson throws it into no man's land right into where 2 Skutt defenders were.
Yeah, he thought Roberts was going to cut, and Roberts was faded. A little bit of frustration there by Cole Peterson.
Here's Cannon out to O'Dirty. O'Dirty on the right side, Cannon down low. Scholl going right at Lamsky. 20.2 average, dumps it off. Ziebel, layup good.
Good play by Scholl there. Good roll there by Ziebel. Skutt Catholics getting their first lead of the game in a long time, and their fans that came alive here. So now we got to have a momentum stopper here. Who will it be?
Cole Peterson down on the right block, working on Scholl. Shot fake, leans into him, and that's a travel on Cole Peterson.
Yeah, you know what? With his leg being compromised there when he had to go out of the game, probably didn't trust it there to get to 2 feet and balance off it. A little frustration there by Cole Peterson, but he has plenty of time to recover there as they got to get a big defense stop. He goes to the bench now, and then you got Roberts now going against Ziebel. You got Lamsky on Scholl. Who's going to guard Cannon? Is it Nixon Farmer now? You got to do a good job because now O'Dirty is starting to assert himself on the offensive end.
So now near the logo, right side, it's Omaha Skutt with it. Ziebel to Scholl. Scholl dribbles to the left side, hands it off to Cannon. Cannon on top of the key, back to Scholl on the roll underneath. Ziebel, layup good with the foul.
Yeah, Ziebel, right? Where he's getting approaching 20 points. Just put in his 16th point and maybe even the 18th point right there. Good roll. So Scholl's doing a really good job. He understands he's a little slow today as far as in the scoring department, but what does he do? He's a playmaker, and that's how you can tell who's somebody's a really good basketball player. And I was correct. Ziebel has 18 points trying to go for his 19th. And so when you think about it, Scholl knows the double team's coming, right? Everybody's focusing on him. Ziebel's rolling to the hoop. He's getting a lot of easy baskets, and now they have a 5-point lead just like that.
So here in Nathan Roberts in the lane, up and under, it's good with the foul.
Fred Hoiberg had Kevin McHale in the room after they won on senior night. That was a Kevin McHale special. Look, right, spin to the middle of the lane, up and under, draw the contact, 2-point play at the line, possibly to make it something special. I won't give him the
he has an opportunity to make a 3-point play. Yeah. 54-51, 3:09 to play in the fourth quarter. Free throw on the way. It's good.
Good job there by Elkhorn coming back. Good job by Roberts. They're having the confidence with Cole Peterson on the bench now, and so they got to figure out a way to get a stop.
Pass almost intercepted. Here is O'Dirty to Cannon. Cannon near the logo on the right side. It's Scholl. 2:57 to go in the fourth. Cannon will slow it down. Still plenty of time on the possession here as he's guarded by Nixon Farmer. He was asking, why is there a 5 count when he's 3 feet away from me? But here is now Scholl to Cannon once again. 8 on the possession. Cannon in the right side of the lane, kicks it to O'Dirty. O'Dirty, floater. He's been so good at that, and he hits it again.
Yeah, the defense lost their connectivity there where O'Dirty drove to the middle of the lane. He's been killing him on that
Roberts
floater.
again. No shot.
Wow.
It's a travel on Nathan
Coach
Roberts.
Thompson. Coach Thompson has every right to be mad. The ref from the other side of the court called a timeout. I thought that was a phenomenal move. Roberts, long, looked like the plastic man, dipped under. That is a huge call right there, Nick. It would be 54-56. Yep. That is huge with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left.
But instead, it's 56-52, 2:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Woo. And here comes Kyle Cannon. Zeeble, has been so crucial down the stretch here for Omaha Skutt Catholic. He currently sits at 19 points. How about that for George Zeeble? As on the right side, here's Linderman to Scholl. Scholl averages just 20.5 per game, but currently sits with 7. Cannon, right side Linderman to Scholl on the short corner on the far side. Scholl working on Lamsky, 6 on the clock. He kicks it out. O'Dirty for 3. Got it off the bank.
Banked it in. Banked in all the players.
It's not pretty, but it counts all the same as now Elkhorn wants to call a timeout. They're going to talk things over as Omaha Skutt Catholic has taken control. They lead by 7, 59-52. 1:46 to play in the fourth. Let's take a 60-second timeout right here on 93.7 The Ticket.
The Coach's Pep Talk. Done well, it creates strong team unity, improves motivation, and attitude. So when Platte Valley Equipment says they're here to help you succeed, you'll have their 100% support to help you handle any task with their John Deere equipment that gets the job done every time. And with low monthly payments, well, that should be some serious motivation to visit PlatteValleyEquipment.com. Proud sponsor of the 2024 NSAA Boys and Girls High School State Basketball Tournament. High school basketball fans, take a trip over to the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame while you're in town for state hoops. Admission is free, and it's a great way to learn about some of the greatest athletes and teams to come out of the state, from recently to over 100 years ago in all sports. Learn more about names like Gale Sayers, Johnny Rogers, Bob Gibson, Tom Osborne, and more. Open Wednesday through Friday from 1 to 4 p.m. It's the Nebraska High School Sports Hall of Fame, just north of Haymarket Park at 500 Charleston Street.
1:46 to go in the fourth quarter, 59-52. Omaha Skutt out in front by 7 over the Elkhorn Antlers. George Zeeble will have a game.
Yeah.
19 points for him. Kyle Cannon has added 14.
Nick.
And Will O'Dirty has added 11. Most of those are on the same exact type of shot, the floater in front of the rim.
Yeah, George Zeeble here has got approaching 20 points. He's averaged 6 points throughout the season. So when Scholes, only has 7, a little bit slowed today by the bloody nose and obviously physicality. Need somebody to step up, man. Skutt Catholic has had 2 of them.
So here is Lamsky as he is fouled on the right side. Lamsky fouled by Omaha Skutt by Zeeble. It's 59-52. Omaha Skutt out in front by 7, 1:34 to play in the fourth.
Right here, if I'm Elkhorn Antlers, I got to be patient here. We're down by 7. We came back from more. We felt very comfortable playing against this team. You don't have to shoot a 3. Just keep working your high-low action. Now you got Cole Peterson back in there. See if you can get an easy basket and possibly and 1.
Luke Howard inbound from the baseline. He throws it out top to Peterson. Peterson on the right side. Here's Nixon Farmer. 90 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Luke Howard. Shot fake, drives in on Scholl, dumps it down low. Peterson, layup, can't hit it, and Scholl collects the miss for Omaha Skutt with 1:20 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, Cole Peterson usually makes that, and I just talked about Elkhorn finishing, well around the rim. But I will say this as he's warming up and down the court, he is compromised, and I can only assume that has affected his effectiveness around the rim. And now here comes Roberts back into the game for Howard, right? And so Elkhorn is not in the penalty yet, so they got to start playing situational basketball here and try to get their worst free throw shooter on the line there, because Cannon is probably not it.
So after an Elkhorn foul, it's sideline inbound here for Omaha Skutt into the near corner. It's Linderman. Linderman now is fouled by Lamsky. 1:08 to play in the fourth quarter. 59-52. Omaha Skutt leads by 7, and that is the 5th team foul on Elkhorn, meaning Linderman will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, so right now, if I'm Elkhorn, I got to make sure that I have a game plan. If I'm Coach Thompson, you have 2 timeouts left, right? And we got to hopefully get a quick score, get a timeout, put our game plan together for the rest of the fourth quarter here.
So first free throw for Linderman is up and good. It's 60-52 now. Omaha Skutt with the lead. 1:08 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, this has been a barrage of excellent plays here by Skutt Catholic. Situational basketball awareness, but then also role players like Van Dyke, Linderman, O'Doherty coming alive and not just dependent on Cannon and Shull to win the game.
In the lane, Luke Howard layup no good, but we have a foul on the floor on Omaha Skutt. And it's going to go on Linderman, so that'll be number 4 on Linderman.
And number 4 on Skutt Catholic as well.
Yep, number 4 team foul on Skutt Catholic. So 61-52 baseline inbound here for Elkhorn underneath their own bucket. They're trying to get it out top, and they have a 5-second call, so a turnover charge to Elkhorn.
That's a quick 5. Wow. If I'm Coach Thompson, I'm probably going to blow my gasket here. I'm going all the way back to the travel call, right? When instead of being down 4 at the time, when they came down and hit a 3, you'll only be down 2. You talk about momentum-changing plays or momentum-changing calls. These are the calls that down the stretch that either got to be 100% on or could affect one team from winning or losing. So Elkhorn's got their back against the wall. They're going to have to dig themselves out of it.
61-52, Skutt inbounds it to Cannon, and Cannon is instantly fouled by Nixon Farmer, as with 58.9 on the game clock. Skutt's going to make the trot over to the free throw line.
One thing, Nick, with Omaha Skutt Catholic with a 9-point lead, you go back and think about when Elkhorn pretty much had control of this game in the lead majority of the game. Even when they were out playing Skutt Catholic, they didn't have a huge lead, right? And it didn't look like they were totally down where they were going to blow them out of the gym. Why? Because Cannon hit 4 threes. Then you have O'Doherty coming alive, and Zeeble was playing the game of his life, right? Where you're pretty much scoring 3 times as much points that you scored on average all year. And so that's how you build a championship culture. That's how you're able to become in to the state tournament after winning it last year. 63-52, 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Antlers down by 11, largest deficit for them today, as we have a foul on a 3-point attempt, and Comstock is fouled by O'Doherty. Yeah. And so now Comstock will go to the line to shoot 3. Yeah, Comstock is the one that hit that one, I think, right before halftime. Probably, I thought, got fouled there. Before half, he got fouled for sure right there. So now at the free throw line, he's got to knock down all 3 and take advantage of the opportunity.
So Comstock, a 6'2 senior, able to hit the first. Back to just a 10-point deficit for Elkhorn. Comstock, Nathan Roberts, Howard, Nixon Farmer, and Lamsky are the 5 out there for Elkhorn, who wants to call a timeout by head coach Nick Thompson. Let's take a 30-second breather and return real quickly here on 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
63-54 the score, 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter as the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks less than a minute away from advancing, and they will face off, if they can hold on, against the Creek Cardinals tomorrow afternoon at 1:30 p.m. right here on the Pinnacle Bank Arena floor. One more free throw coming up for Comstock. Call in Comstock. A 6'2 senior, averages 13 a game, misses the last free throw. And the rebound is corralled by Cannon, and he is instantly fouled once again by Elkhorn, as Elkhorn's content with making this a free throw game.
Yeah, Nick, I'm not sure if it looked like from the first, compared to the first 2 free throws, that he was trying to miss that on purpose. They were trying to get an offensive rebound, gain a point, and maybe get another foul or timeout real quick. But Skutt Catholic look like they're going to finish off this game here.
So Skutt Catholic at the free throw line. First one is good for number 3, Kyle Cannon, just a junior. He now has 17 on the day.
Yeah, when you have a player like Kyle Cannon who burst on the scene last year in their state championship run, it seems like he's been there forever. Now he's a junior. He's going to be right back with Shaw next year.
Cannon misses the final free throw as it's rebounded by Roberts. Here's Comstock. Step back 3, left side, well short. And the rebound corralled by number 12 for Omaha Skutt Catholic, Dylan Van Dyke. And he's fouled. So now we'll do the free throws one more time on this end.
Yeah, it's been a turn of events, probably the last 3.5 minutes maybe at most in this game, where Skutt Catholic got hot, made some Zebo. Look, he's sitting over there on the bench. He's probably so excited. He's in another world right now. He played the game of his life. Then you had the seniors and the star players take him all the way to the end.
First free throw is good for Van Dyke. Van Dyke on the day, 6 points for Skutt Catholic.
Yeah, he's did a really good job, though, on Nixon Farmer. Really shutting him down and frustrating him all game, though.
Second free throw, unable to go. Rebound corralled by Nathan Roberts of Elkhorn up the floor. Across the timeline, Luke Howard turns on the Jets. The right-handed layup is good. And we have an Elkhorn timeout, 65-56. It is a full timeout. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and come back right after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The good sports at Bison don't just manufacture sports equipment. Our employees watch, play, coach, and support student athletes at all levels. We're proud sponsors of the NSAA and big fans of the state basketball tournaments. Good luck to all the teams and welcome to Lincoln. If your team needs new basketball, volleyball, soccer, or other sports equipment, visit www.bisoninc.com or call 800-247-7668. Or pick up a basketball hoop for your driveway at Nebraska Sports or Shields.
Fourth quarter here at Pinnacle Bank Arena, 27 seconds left on the game clock as it'll be Skutt basketball, baseline inbound here, 65-56. Antlers trailing by 9 to the Skutt Catholic Skyhawks as Van Dyke can run the baseline, and now we'll have another Elkhorn foul, this time on Will O'Doherty, as he'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots. Foul goes on number 0, Luke Howard, for Elkhorn. That's number 3 on him.
You know, he stepped up really big in the second half. We came out of halftime wondering who was going to be. It was Van Dyke and him, and that's how you end up with a double-digit win probably.
First one is good for O'Doherty. 25.5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 66-56. Give Skutt Catholic credit, Jay. They've been able to hit their free throws here in the final minutes.
Yeah, that's crucial. And we've seen it in different games where you either win or lose the game at the free throw line. It's free.
Second one on the way. It's also good. And so 67-56 now the score. Less than 20 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Left side, Nathan Roberts in the lane. Right-handed layup is good. Nice finish there by Nathan Roberts. It's back to a 9-point game, and we'll have another Elkhorn foul as they'll trot on over to the free throw line. Luke Howard picks up his 4th. Howard has had a nice day where he scored 12 points for Elkhorn.
Yeah, it's been a tough game here for Elkhorn in about the middle of the third quarter on. They started missing a couple shots, and then Skutt Catholic came alive, and they showed why they're the defending state champs.
So first free throw on the way for Skutt Catholic bounces around and falls. Back to a 10-point game. So we'll have Norris and Bennington coming up at 6 p.m. here. Second free throw, no good. And a defensive rebound goes to the hands of Nathan Roberts. Up the floor, Luke Howard. Up the left side, 3 ball on the way, and he hits it. It's 68-61. Skutt to inbound. They foul Van Dyke with 3.8 on the game clock, and it's a 7-point differential with 3 seconds to go.
Yeah, Audric Bermel he's gonna play to the end. This is his last game maybe that he's ever gonna play. You see him walking out here with a little bit of a knee injury. He's gonna try to get one more shot for him and his Elkhorn Antler teammates.
So Dylan Van Dyke will go to the charity stripe. 6'1" junior, averages 9.5 per game. He has 6 today. So Van Dyke misses the front rim on that one. Shaking his head, walking back to the free throw line, steps up, grabs the ball from the official, and fires away. That time he's able to connect. 69-61, the score, 3.8 on the game clock. Here's Comstock, one-handed shot as it's no good. And at the end of this one, Omaha Skutt comes back. When it looked bleak, Omaha Skutt wins 69-61 over the Elkhorn Antlers, and they advance to play the Creek Cardinals tomorrow at 1:30. That's going to be a fun semifinal matchup.
Yeah, they both were able to pull through. Looked a little sluggish at times, but both of them showed championship mentality to pull through. Got a clash of the Titans tomorrow at 1:30.
There you go, as it's going to be Crete and Omaha Skutt tomorrow at 1:30 p.m., but we still have 2 Class B semifinals to go as Norris, the 2 seed at 22-2 overall, tips off against the Bennington Badgers tonight at 6 p.m. But for now, we're going to send it back to our 93.7 The Ticket studios. Huge thanks to Austin Norman back in our studios, pushing all the buttons for us and running the show back there at 1040 O Street. Let's send it back to the studio now, and Jay and I will join you a little before 6 p.m. with pregame of Norris and Bennington from Pinnacle Bank Arena. This is 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Come see the exciting career opportunities in the world of large ag. Acres, your Nebraska John Deere dealer, is hosting a career fair during our 2024 Ag and Turf Expo. Learn about career opportunities in service, sales, parts, and precision ag, as well as other roles in Acres business support team. Join us at the Sand Hills Global Event Center March 6th and 7th or Fauner Park March